All right. Shalom, shalom. Now, before I continue on with this lesson, I would like to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Chakudash. Give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards your hopeful elect that's been sincerely pushing this truth. Now, I'm the brother Zakaria, coming at you from the GMS Camp Atlanta Church. And as you can see, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, that the whole world ignorantly called God and Jesus Christ, for those who don't know, I'm back at it with another lesson. Now, what inspired me to do this lesson, I just kept meditating on camp yesterday. And, excuse me, the brother, Khashakwala, he was speaking, and he mentioned something about, transition of powers. I did too, but he kind of went into Genesis 25th chapter, which I'm about to grab just right quick, on the fact when Jacob took hold of Esau hill, but also he was actually getting to, who are the modern day Edomites, who are they? And then he mentioned, you need to keep your hate for these devils, because we're coming into a heavy time to where what? Man, these devils, especially who hold certain positions throughout the world, they're going to come down on us. All right. They're going to come down hard. This devil, he really going to show his horns. He's going to show who he really is. But a lot of people still is going to fall into that deep delusion and still going to kiss his hand, so to speak, kiss his behind. So, hold on. This is Genesis 25. And I'm going to get the part where Jacob grabbed hold of Esau hill. Give me a sec. Matter of fact, let me get verse 23. This is Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Yeah, fraternal twins, okay? They have different characteristics. They have different behavior patterns, however you want to put it, different conduct, okay? These are 2 different separate people, but 2 nations was in her womb, all right? It says, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Now we're going to get into who the elder is in verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay, Shashua, which means wasted away is he, because he lacked pigmentation. All right. So this is where Edomites really come from. All right. And today, if you fast forward, they call themselves Caucasians, or the so-called white people. All right. This is your true nationality. And there's going to come to a point of time to where you're going to serve the younger, because we just read in the verse 23, and the elder shall serve the younger. So who was the elder? What's technically an elder? Someone who came out first, the elder brother, which was who? Ashashua, or Esau, okay? Verse 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, which is symbolic, okay? Jacob was holding on unto Esau's heel for a reason. Now, I did mention at camp yesterday. Imagine, not even imagine, when we was younger, a lot of us, okay, you'll go to the pool with your family, your friends, or whatnot, brothers and sisters, and you have your moments when you wrestle inside the pool water, right? And you have moments where you might grab somebody's leg or grab somebody's heel, and typically when you grab someone's heel, you kind of just pull them back, so to speak. All right, just bear with me. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us been to the pool, wrestled inside the pool or whatnot. And typically when you grab somebody's leg, you tend to just pull their ass back. So that's symbolic. Jacob represents us, all right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? The whole nation of Yasharallah, all right? The prince of the power of who? Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah, that the whole world entered call God Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? So in that case, you have to realize that while we're grabbing upon his heel, that's a transition of power. That's us actually saying that we're up next, and he's going to get out the way. We're going to drag him down. So I'm gonna continue on. It says what was it's like I lost where I was. Oh, verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, which in the Paleo Hebrew is Yaiquab. All right, supplanter. That's what it means. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. So I'm gonna stop it right here. Let me get Second Esdras. Give me a second. This Second Esdras 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Because we are living in these times, okay? To the point to where the kingdom of heaven, is going to be established, and it's right around the corner. Salvation is right around the corner. The MOTB is here, which is the CHIP. Spell that out, okay? That small device that they're creating in the background, and they're going to try to create certain laws and degrees, unrighteous degrees, okay? And they're going to try to enforce it on all of us, all right? But we already know that the elect of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is not going to take this device. What the scripture says, what? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So we know what's going on. We know what's up. We just got to keep praying to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, pray without ceasing and pray always, so that we can be more built up and grounded in him. All right. The scripture says, well, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of all of our times. All right. For verse 7, I'm going to reread it. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first? Now it's talking about Esau, Edom rulership. All right, this devil, he's ruling over us until this day. Okay, here it is. He held us captive. All right, and you can get that in Deuteronomy 28, where it says where it talks about us being bondmen and bondwomen under this devil. To this day, he still has us in his hand, quote unquote. But the elect is in the Lord's hand, because what? You can't pluck the elect out of the Lord's hand. We are the apple of his eye. That's also in the scriptures. Okay? But it says, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth. So we're witnessing Esau, Edom rulership, the end of his rulership, okay? We're in his rulership. He's ruling above us, but we're also witnessing the end of his rulership. Because why? Prophecy. We're up next. Remember, we was grabbing on Esau Hill, okay? And we're going to follow it, or should I say, we're going to follow him after his rulership, and we're going to be with the Lord forever and ever. Let's get into it. It says, verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham and Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, which we read in Genesis 25th chapter, okay? Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Yeah, it was for a reason. All right. It's prophetic. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And that lets you know, too, that the whole world is not going to get destroyed. All right. The earth abideth forever. You can get that in the book of Ecclesiastes. All right. So knowing that, what is it exactly is it talking about? It's talking about the end of Esau's rulership. All right. Matter of fact, world and wicked. Come on, man. I put it in wrong. This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Well, he's here, and it's the devil. And the whole earth was given into his hands. All right, he's in rulership. He's in power. And what he has been doing, polluting the whole earth with his deception, polluting the whole earth with his destruction. All right. because this is the same devil who's ruling over us, and he's the son of perdition. That's in 2 Thessalonians. Man, let me just get it instead of just typing it in. 2 Thessalonians 2. Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, which is talking about 70 AD. You know, you can get it in the scriptures, and also if you just search it up on what happened in history concerning us. All right, you got Esau, Edom, the main enemy. He's always been defiling the temple, and we've always been persecuted because he has a perpetual hatred towards us, and that's also in Obadiah. Okay. It says, so we fell away. It says, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, because once upon a time ago, he appeared as of angel of light, quote unquote. You know, without spot and blemish, as if he's pure. He don't do no wrong. Okay. That's why a lot of Edomites, they walk around today with a fake smile on their face. You know, asking, how's your day? You want me to get your mail for you? Knocking on your door and giving you blueberry muffins. You know, and I ain't saying that because it's a joke. I'm just saying it because it's the truth. You know, they come about with this I never done nothing type energy. You see what I'm saying? But he's been revealed as the devil. You get it? It says the son of perdition. You get that word perdition. It just means destruction. So that's a bad title, to the point where this devil, he's called the son of destruction, basically. That's an awful ass title. And that lets you know that the Lord has a bone to pick with these devils. Let's get Obadiah. I know I mentioned it. This Obadiah. It's only one chapter. In verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Yeah, so Esau, Edom is going to be cut off forever, all right? And once our kingdom be established, which is the kingdom of heaven, he's going to become our slaves. Believe it or not, we're going to possess Edom. That's also in the scriptures, you know? And that day, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners enter into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. Yeah, he did that. Okay? It was like a game to him, you know, putting us out on those auction blocks, you know, with the sodomite spirit that he come in, checking Jake out and selling him off, doing all this butt breaking, hanging us with meat hooks by our ribs, okay? Separating us from our loved ones, our families and friends, sisters, brothers, you name it, aunties, uncles, all right? And you never see your family again. Or let's just say you did come back and you notice that your woman been raped X amount of times. Your son might be dead. You know what I'm saying? There's always a crazy, dark story when it comes to Esau, man. But we had to go through that because we was the ones who fell off. We were the ones who was calling upon these other guys, serving wood and stone. Got our people saying Jesus Christ. Got our people doing Buddhism, being Muslim, you know. So Esau got to pay for that, you know what I'm saying? And he cast lots upon us for money, trading us for money and different other resources, you know. Verse 12. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Yeah. So these Edomites and these other heathens was having a good old time seeing our destruction. They was happy. They was rejoicing. But guess what? The tables are going to turn to where we're going to rejoice with Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua forever and ever. And you guys are going to get completely done away with after 1,000 years. You guys are not going to come back into authority at all. I don't care what nobody else say, because you got individuals out there who's teaching that. And that goes against the scriptures, man. And adding on to the scriptures and taking away from the scriptures, you know. Continuing on in verse 12. Neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldst not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Verse 14. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Yeah, because you have certain individuals who also escaped certain things concerning judgment. Remember, we was being persecuted from time to time, man. And we always been into captivity, man. After captivity, man. Since Egypt. You know what I'm saying? But Esau, Edom, he took it too far. He took it too far. We're not going to be doing that sodomite, butt-breaking type energy in the kingdom, man. Who in their right mind would think about that? Who in their right mind would do those things? But Esau did it. He's a natural homo. When you think about it, it put it like a fire in you, man. It pisses you off. You know what I'm saying? But continuing on. Verse 14. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all heathen. Yeah, because the Lord has a bone to pick with you people. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. And the ultimate reward is going to be, you're going to become a slave in the kingdom of heaven for you Edomites. You self-proclaimed so-called white people. You know? Give me a sec. Excuse me if I keep coughing, man. I'm trying to get rid of it. Keep passing. Hold on. Here it is. Revelation 13:10. Matter of fact, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So that's going to be your reward. We just read it in the book of Obadiah, and we're reading it right here in Revelation, the 13th chapter. And there's even more precepts on how we're going to possess Edom, how we're going to be exalted above everything, and you people are going to be brought low. Okay? So you put us into captivity, you shall go into captivity. There's going to be a transition of powers, and that's what this lesson is about. You know? And it's, call on my Yahweh Shemel Shah 144 on the license plate. But yeah, man, I'm gonna close out by giving all honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Chakodash. Double honor to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, love, and salutations towards you hopeful elect, Mr. Sailor pushing the truth. And whoever tuned in within this lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying unto you. Until the next lesson, shalom.